And it's safe to say the team at the Teesside-based Daisy Chain have been rather busy of late. They're working really hard to get back on track after COVID put a huge dent in the funds coming into the charity. Daisy Chain provides support for local families affected by autism, but it's facing a funding shortfall of 400 grand compared to last year. And the team are trying to find new ways to bounce back and have launched an online store for high-end clothing. A little earlier, I spoke to the CEO of Daisy Chain, Neeraj Sharma.
I think Daisy Chain have really struggled this year, as many organisations and charities, because the forced lockdown has meant that we've had to lose the income that we would normally bring in through our social enterprise, which is our superstore at Bortrack Lane.
So then I take it a lot of this year has been looking at those figures, looking at the restrictions that are in place and seeing how you can come out of this.
Absolutely. It's how we can come out of this and how we can come out of this safely, because as you will appreciate and your listeners will appreciate, Daisy Chain provides respite and support to children and adults with autism. Therefore, we are delivering services to a number of people, and we've got to make sure that when we recommence services, which we have, that the young people and adults that are arrive here safely. So to get that balance in terms of, yes, we do need to generate an income, but we do need to make sure that we're a safe environment in which we can actually safely deliver those services. I think the adaptations, the changes, the additional costs are with us for a long time, unfortunately.
Well, speaking of adapting, I understand, as many other people have done, you're turning to online sort of scenarios here. What is this online store you've got?
This is probably one of the positive stories that have come out of COVID-19, is that, as a charity, we've been able to really look at the real impact of lockdown and the hemorrhaging of our, retail services. So what we've done is that we've looked at developing an online store, but not just any online store, but, a trading that we probably haven't seen in any charity across the country. So this is an innovative way where we are trading primary kind of premium products that have come through the superstore. This is designer items and premium vintage, and created an online website which is called daisychainstore.com, where young people, adults, and anybody that's interested in fashion whatsoever can purchase those really premium items which are not normally available widely, and it gives individuals a real opportunity where you've got the high street closing around you. You don't have to compromise on your fashion. You can still purchase in a safe environment. But the proof of the pudding is we just need to see people purchase from us now, so we really need to drive our sales. So, it's an exciting time, really, in that respect, in what is ordinarily a very difficult time for the charity.
Now, you're a handsome chap, Neeraj. Did you get in there and get some modelling done?
I don't know who you define by handsome. Funny enough, they did use one of my shoot pictures, which I was pretty mortified about. But yeah, I'm better off on radio, Anthony. That's what I would say. I've got a face for radio.
I've made a career out of it. I know what you're talking about, Neeraj. It's absolutely fine. Now, just before you go, I just wanted to talk to you about the government Kickstarter scheme. I've seen some press from Daisy Chain about thoughts on the Kickstarter scheme. Could you share those with me?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the Kickstarter scheme is a fantastic initiative by the government to try and get those young people who are furthest away from the job scene, if you like, who've been long-term unemployment, into work through an initiative where employers can actually take on a group of 30 people, and they have to take on 30 to offer them placements. And the problem with the Kickstarter program is that charities such as ourselves and other charities across the region are unable to access young people through this scheme because we're not large enough to take on 30 at any one time. So why we've been in the press, we've been in the press for twofold, really. One, to highlight the need for charities to be able to come together as a collective to take in young people with autism who have so much to offer employers, with a real opportunity for employment, but by working together as a collective. That's one point. And on the other point, really challenging employers, corporate employers that are taking on board this scheme, not to pay lip service to equality terms in a tick box environment, but actually to see young people with autism as real talent investment because they have so much to offer, but unfortunately the current interview system would exclude them from employment. So the reason why we've tried to raise the profile, because we want to really appeal to employers who are going to operate this scheme to engage with Daisy Chain so we can support them to take on young people with autism who are really going to add some real benefit to their business.